So today, day 7, the magical way out of negativity. A thankful person is thankful under all circumstances. Baha'u'llah, 1817 to 1892, Persian founder of the Baha'i faith. Whether it's a relationship in turmoil, financial pressure, a lack of health, or problems in a job, negative situations arise because of a lack of gratitude over a long period of time. If we are not grateful for each thing in our lives, we are unintentionally taking those things for granted. Taking things for granted is a major cause of negativity because when we take things for granted, we are not giving thanks in return and we stop the magic happening in our life. Just as giving thanks to others will always lead to our life magically increasing, so must taking things for granted always lead to our life decreasing. Are you grateful for your health when it's good? Or do you only notice your health when your body gets sick or hurts? Are you grateful for your job every day? Or do you only value your job when you hear there will be cutbacks? Are you grateful for your pay or salary every single time you receive it? Or do you take your pay or salary for granted? Are you grateful for your loved ones when everything is running smoothly? Or do you only talk about others about your loved ones when there are problems? Are you grateful when your car is working well? Or do you only think of your car when it breaks down? Are you grateful to be alive each day? Or do you take your life for granted? Taking things for granted results in complaining, negative thoughts, and words. So when you complain, by law of attraction, you must bring more things into your life to complain about. If you are complaining about the weather, the traffic, your boss, your spouse, your family, a friend, a stranger, waiting in lines, bills, the economy, the cost of something, or the service of a company, you are not being grateful and you are pushing your dream life further away with every complaint. Now you understand that complaining, negative thoughts and words, and taking things for granted stops the good things in your life. Now you understand that when something goes wrong, you have unintentionally not been grateful enough. It's impossible to be negative when you are grateful. It's impossible to criticize and blame when you are grateful. It's impossible to feel sad or have any negative feelings when you are grateful. And the best news is that if you have any negative situations in your life currently, it won't take a long period of time to transform them with gratitude. The negative situations will disappear in a puff of smoke, just like magic. So लाइफ में जो भी चीज जहां पे भी हमने उसको टेकन फॉर ग्रांटेड लिया है, बी इट अ थिंग, बी इट अ सिचुएशन, be it a person, be it a relation, anything where we have just taken it granted and not acknowledged or not paid our gratitude for that situation, event, or person, always results in a negative atmosphere. See, because it's very simple. There will be, till the time your mind is active, and we are not in that state that we can get our mind still. So it takes a lot of effort. So the mind has to do something. It's very clear. But अगर हमने mind को खुला छोड़ दिया and take the instruction to the mind that everything is for granted, This person is for granted, this situation is for granted, these circumstances are for granted. Slowly, things will start turning out towards the negativity. Slowly, there'll be a lot of complaining. Slowly, everything will, start to unrumble. But if the mind is instructing, if you have instructed your mind that yes, we should not take anything for granted, and whatever is it that we have, all persons, situations, relationship, events, we need to be grateful and thankful for it. Then the mind never gets into that space of attracting that negativity when it comes to your overall life. And that's what happened today, because we instructed the mind that you have to think positive, you have to think about what you're grateful for, you have to think about what you're thankful for. So eventually the whole day we were only concentrating and the mind was only looking at something it was instructed by us to do. So the mind is a wonderful being, provided हम इसको proper instructions दे. And the best instruction to give your mind is to tell him to look for things that we are grateful for. And once we get on to this book, in a lot of areas of your life, when the magic becomes your way of being, if there is a breakdown or an issue in some part of your life, or whatever area or situation, you will start to develop a way of handling it with gratitude. Eventually, when we cover the 28 days, like for example, if I share my experience, if there is an internet issue with me, sometimes it happens, I need to check, मैंने इंटरनेट के शुक्राने बंद तो नहीं कर दिए. Have I been thankful for my internet every day? So, in your day to day life, where you feel that things are not working, start working and looking for what is it that you are thankful for? What is it that you are grateful for in that situation? And today's chapter, the way of getting those, hard-bound negative areas of our life, how we can, work with that situation, that negative thing which has been bothering us for so long, and how do we resolve that? First, as difficult as it may be, you have to look for things to be grateful for in the negative situation. No matter how bad things are, you can always find something to be grateful for, especially when you know that your gratitude will magically transform every negative circumstance. Walt Disney, who knew about the true magic of life, showed us how to do this in his movie Pollyanna. Disney's 1960 movie Pollyanna featured the Glad game, which had a profound effect on me when I was a child. I played the Glad game featured in the movie through my childhood and adolescence. To play the glad game, you look for as many things as you can to be glad about, especially in a negative situation. Finding things to be glad about or finding things to be grateful for in a negative situation makes the solutions appear. Walt Disney demonstrated the magical power of gratitude in Pollyanna, and thousands of years earlier, Buddha demonstrated the way to use the same magical power when he said, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful." Gautam Buddha, circa 563 BC to 483 BC, founder of Buddhism. Let Buddha's words be your inspiration, and today take one problem or negative situation in your life that you most want to resolve and look for 10 things to be grateful for. I know it can be challenging to begin this practice, but Buddha is showing you the way to do it. Make a written list of 10 things on your computer or write in your gratitude journal. So before we get on to the exercise, yes, very important, guys. Please watch this movie, Pollyanna. It's available on YouTube. I'll share the link in the group. If you have kids, it's all the more better that your kids watch it with you. It's about a small girl called Pollyanna and how they play the glad game. Very nice. Take out 1.5 hours. This movie is worth each and every minute you spend in watching it. And if you have kids, I would request everyone to watch this movie with your kids. As an example now, your problem might be that you are out of work. And despite your best efforts, you are still unemployed. To magically turn this situation around, you have to do a concentrated practice of gratitude on the situation. Here are some examples of what you might say. I am so grateful to have had more time for my family during this period. I am grateful that my life is in a lot better order because of the spare time I have had. I am grateful that I have had a job most of my life and that I am experienced. I am truly grateful that this is the first time I have been unemployed. I am grateful that there are jobs out there and more new jobs are appearing each day. I am grateful for all the things I've learned in applying for jobs and in going for interviews. I am grateful that I have my health and that I can work. I am grateful for my family's encouragement and support. I am grateful for the rest I have had because I needed it. I am grateful that through losing my job, I have realized how much having a job means to me. I had never realized that until now. As a result of the unemployed person's gratitude, they will attract different circumstances and their current situation must and will magically change. The power of gratitude is greater than any negative situation, and there are unlimited ways that the negative situation can change. All you have to do is to practice gratitude and watch the magic take place. Let's take another example of a son whose relationship with his father is troubled. The son feels that no matter what he does, it never seems to be good enough for his father. What would the son write? I am grateful that most of the relationships in my life are really good. I am grateful to my father for working hard so that I could have the education he didn't get to have. I am grateful to my father for supporting our family through my childhood because I didn't have a clue then how much hard work and money it took to keep our family going. I am grateful to my father for taking me to basketball every Saturday when I was a child. I am grateful that my father is not as tough on me these days as he used to be in the past. I am grateful that my father cares so much about me because he wouldn't be tough if he didn't care so much. I am grateful that through my relationships with my father, I have learned to have compassion and a greater understanding with my children. I am grateful to my father for showing me how important encouragement is in raising happy, confident children. I am really grateful when I get to laugh with my father. Some people never got to do that because they didn't have a father, and for others who have lost their father, they will never have the chance to laugh with their father again. I am so truly grateful that I have my father, because amid the tough times, there have been good times, and there will be more good times ahead with my father. As a result of the son's heartfelt feelings of gratitude for his father, he will change their relationship for the better. The son changed the way he thinks and feels about his father, which immediately changes what he attracts from his father. Even though the son was being grateful in his mind at an energetic and quantum level, the son's gratitude will have a magical effect on his relationship with his father, provided he maintains his gratitude by the law of attraction. The son must receive far better circumstances with his father, and their relationship must begin to improve immediately. So, the author has just shared two different kinds of situation where whatever is the current state is negative. So if you're without a job, that means you're unemployment and there's no source of income. So overall, yes, the current situation is negative, but उस negative situation में भी हमें कैसे, we have to instruct our mind to look for what is it that I am grateful for in this whole situation. So that person was grateful that I have time now. मुझे अब realize हुआ. And I'm grateful कि मेरे को ये experience अब मिल गया. So everything, every situation, if you gather enough inside of you to, instruct your mind to look for what is it that I am grateful for in this situation. ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता कि आपको ना मिले. और यस, बहुत बार होगा कि आपको मिलेगा, बट यू विल टेल नहीं नहीं ये तो छोड़, आई डोंट वांट टू लुक एट दिस. सो दैट्स अ चॉइस. But that choice of looking at what you're thankful for in that situation or with that person or in that event is there, and it will come to you. It comes to everybody. Whether we like to choose it or not, that's an individual perspective. But right now, we are at this space where we know the power of gratitude. So, whatever is that situation which has been bothering us for a long time, now is the time to work with it. Remember, you can tell your gratitude is working by the way that you feel. You should feel a lot better about the situation after practicing gratitude. The first evidence of gratitude's magical power working is your feelings lifting. So, when you do feel better about it, you know the situation will improve and the solutions will appear. The answer to any negative situation you want to resolve is to focus concentrated gratitude on it until you feel better inside. Then you will see the magic work its wonder in the outside world. So this is our first state for the rest of our life. जहाँ पे भी हम किसी एक ऐसी सिचुएशन में अपने आप को पाते हैं, or we encounter a situation in which we feel that it's not positive or it's slightly negative and we are slightly uncomfortable about it, get your first aid box of gratitude and work with it, and you will be able to elevate your feelings of, say, below feelings of sadness or whatever, grief or anger, whatever it is, to a frequency of gratitude just by using focused and concentrated gratitude on that situation, event, or person. Now, in making your written list, make sure you list each of the 10 things you're grateful for in the following way. I am so grateful for whatever is the reason, or I am truly grateful for. And finish the sentence with what you are grateful for. You can also use Walt Disney's way of using gratitude's magical power if you find it easier. I am so glad that, and finish the sentence with what you're glad about. Once you finish the 10 things you're grateful for, Finish the magical way out of negativity. Practice by writing, thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect resolution. And just for today, see if you can get through one day without saying anything negative. It may be a challenge, but see if you can make it through one day. There is an important reason to do this because most of us have no idea how much we speak negatively. But you'll have an idea after watching your words for a day. Remember that negativity and complaint bring more of those things. And if you are aware of what you are saying, you can stop and decide if you want the consequences of what you are about to say. Here is a magic lifeline you can use if you notice yourself thinking or saying negative. Stop immediately and say, but I have to say that I am really grateful for. Finish the rest of the sentence with something, anything that you're grateful for. Take this magic line with you and grab a hold of it whenever you need it. So, this is your magic Mool Mantra. Whenever you find yourself in speaking something negative about a person or a situation or an event, just correct yourself there and then, even if you said the negative words. But I have to say that I'm really grateful for, and finish the sentence with something that you can be grateful for. But yes, if you said it, the rule of 1:10 definitely applies. So if it's one negative, usko cancel karne ke liye, we need 10 positives. And if any problem or situation appears in the future, remember to put out the embers with gratitude before it grows into a fire. At the same time, you will ignite the magic in your life. So, very simple. We will be working with whatever the assignment is. Other than what I mentioned here, please do watch the movie Pollyanna. I'll share the link in the group. So, yes, summing up the homework for today, magic practice number 7, the magical way out of negativity. Number 1, count your blessings, make a list of 10 blessings, write why you are grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Number 2, choose one problem or negative situation in your life that you most want to resolve. List 10 things that you are grateful for about the negative situation. At the end of your list, write thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect resolution. And just for today, see if you can get through one day without saying anything negative. If you notice yourself thinking or saying something negative, use the magic lifeline. Stop immediately and say, but I have to say that I am really grateful for whatever is it that you want to be grateful for. And number 6, just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day.